We've reached our destination.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after... Hmm?
Right.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay.
Huh?
Here we go!
We've reached our destination.
That thing looks pretty menacing.
Let the marksman handle this! Arcane Strike! Gemini, everyone's mine!
Are those rocks at skin?
Inferno crossing!
This one's all back in there fast!
Glad you have your uses.
Now you see what I can do. I'll show you how useful I can be. You picked the wrong fight.
Ruling blast!
Watch this! Alpha! Take this!
Flaming meteor! Let me keep up the pressure! I'm unstoppable! Annihilation! Inferno! Flame of fury!
Alpha!
Strike!
Watch this!
Radiant blood! Here!
Ready and raring! I'll smash you!
Lightning this way! Downfall!
Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Magna Ray!
Turbine Alpha!
Annihilation!
Not today!
Let's tear him up!
Turbine Alpha!
Let me have trouble!
Let loose!
This is one tough cookie.
Not for much longer, Ethan!
Don't let up till it's off, so now you're getting serious?
Gemini Aqua! Ready to go!
I'll tear you apart! Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega Ray!
It's gonna attack!
Right, look out!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in.
Oh, now you're talking!
Do it!
Chikara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A clap. Sick combination.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay.
We've reached our destination.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? Hey, look! We've got way more animals!
I never imagined Law would have a knack for husbandry.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
The
That's
flame
far enough.
inside me yearns to be let free! Burn! Talent sword!
This one's denied.
Crumble! Now hit it through! In a vine?
Amazing.
You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Now! Let's feel it!
Take it down!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Eat this! Shot! Sword Talent Hurricane!
This one's denied.
Glacial Spear.
Spinning just once.
Falling behind.
Looks like this one's mine! Like Helen! Sword Rain Alpha!
So now you're getting serious?
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with... Those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same. Side, huh? Let's dispose of the trash.
Sword Rain Alpha!
You may get out of this alive after all.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Things were looking bad for a minute there.
I'm pretty sure we can handle it.
We won that by a mile.
I won't forgive you!
Take this!
This one's mine.
I'm not finished!
By all means, be my guest.
I mean, you can help if you want.
The heavens must be smiling.
Gotta break through! Sword Rain
Where are
Alpha!
you going?
Take this!
Hurricane strike. Lunar corruption.
It's
The
time!
bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Eagle assault! My fists are crushing it out there!
No choice! Sword Rain Alpha!
Save you!
Have you ever considered a defensive approach?
What? Sit around and wait for them to get me first?
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
I won't forgive you!
Denied. There.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Who said anything about letting off?
It's a duel of the eye.
That's the last of the Zoogles that were ruining the farmer. Equipment.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
I mean, hey, I get the feeling. But were you really that worried about us winning?
Oh, no. Of course not.
Huh?
Okay!
Yeah.
You did it! Yeah!
All right.
Well...
I guess... Really?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
Hey, Alphen, you mind if we take a bit of a detour?
It's fine by me, but what for?
Rinwell says that... It's on!
There! Got you! Mega Ray! Annihilate!
We won that by a mile.
Look out!
What the hell is that? Hey, you want a piece of me?
Stay calm, Law. It's coming for us.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Aim for the weak spot.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Sword Rain Alpha! Burn in hell!
Inferno cross!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear it now!
Okay,
Armor
here I
won't
go.
save you! Can't get out of this!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Talon Storm! Tiger Blade!
All of it if you hear it now!
Rolling Step!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I could do without this
Ready
pain.
to go! Healing Circle!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
By the power of water!
Here, let me help.
Dragon Shell!
Okay, here I go.
This one's mine.
Radiant Pierce!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane Strike! Big one!
Hook shot.
One more! Healing Circle!
Sword Rain Alpha!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complete failure.
No, that is
Going in! Ground and power!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega Ray! Swallow
Now you
Hurricane
see what I can do.
My head's spinning just watching you.
Take this.
Will this help?
Inspiration!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Healing Inspiration!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing
Can't
sword
get out of this.
and with my thorns.
Shia.
No!
Denied!
Can't end here!
Circle!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll bring you back.
Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis!
I'll
Not
bring you
done
back
yet.
from death to
What did I
this.
tell you? Don't get in our way!
Tiger
Sword
Blade!
Rain Alpha!
You hear it
Here's
now!
a healing art.
Igneous Discharge!
Here I go.
It was nice while it
Water,
lasted.
hear
What
my
the-
call.
Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack!
Freeze Lancer.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Talon Hurricane! Lightning!
What real pain feels like?
Come out of it. Back into the fray. Gemini Aqua. Annihilation. Think again. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation.
An outstanding! Guardian Prepare to be seen! Ready to go! I don't have much left! The Guardian Veil!
Not done!
I'm ready to go!
Healing circle.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying.
This
one's mine.
Flaming Meteor!
I'll heal you all.
Is this it?
Healing circle.
Don't leave me alone.
Hurricane!
I let my guard down.
Gemini Aqua.
No.
Mega Ray.
Can't end here.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation.
I owe you one.
No, it won't end like this.
Sword Rain Alpha! Ah! Sword Rain Alpha!
Is this it?
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt!
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Eat
Get
this!
behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Now you see what I can do.
Tiger Blade.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Leave the charge.
Amazing.
Big Flash! Take it!
Hang fight! Healing
Sword
Their
Rain
hearts
Alpha!
were interrupted.
Try harder!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Annihilation! Steering wheel! Reload! I'll heal you all!
Dragon Disc!
Healing circle!
I really owe
Falling
you one.
storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freezing
You may be
storm!
strong, but I'll never back down! Eat this!
Falling storm! Healing
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now I'm in. Oh, now you're talking.
Water! Here's my call!
No further.
Ready and ready! Hear me!
Armor won't save you.
Burning Glacial Spear! Here's Eden!
Sword Rain
I'll let you all down.
No. Don't leave
I'll
me all
bring you
alone
back
here.
from Death's Abyss! Resuscitation!
Down. Your art.
I owe you one.
Going in. I'm ready.
Healing circle! Far enough!
Feel like me again.
Freezing dirt!
Sword Rain
This
Alpha!
one's mine!
I'm on it!
Will this help?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Let me
That
down.
freaking does it.
Healing
Here I
circle!
come!
All right. And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Reload!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here's a healing arc!
So what did I tell you? Don't get in our way.
My head's spinning.
Watch out.
Here, let me help.
What the? Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack!
Eat this!
Ryan Powell.
I'll finish you here and now. Anything in
Sword
order.
Rain Alpha!
I'll finish you here and now.
Back into the fray!
Is this what real pain feels like?
Come on!
You have to hold on.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Going in! Think again! Hear me! Flame of Fury! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Far enough.
Primed and ready!
Serpent knuckles.
Here, let me help!
All right.
I'll tear you apart! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Talon Hurricane!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
I'll heal you all! Glacial Fire!
I felt fine not too long ago. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a
Now you
complaint,
see what I can do.
I let my
That'd
guard
be
down.
silly.
Resuscitation!
Take this. Not my finest.
Water!
Stay away from my friends!
Spread! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
That's
Freeze Lance! Inspiration! Mega Ray! By the
Guess I had to use it sometime.
Steering Wall!
Is this it?
I'd let you all down.
Fury! Burning Strike! Cyan in!
No, it won't end like this.
I can't lose!
Snake, wait. Not like this.
You'll pay for that!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Not my finest.
Here's evil!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze Lancer!
It's too much! You require a hand.
Primed and ready! I never miss! Water, hear my call! Spread! Glacial Spear, here's evil! Freeze Lancer! They've got me in their
Gonna
sights.
need more than that.
Hold on to your back from death. Here I come!
You picked the wrong fight!
Resuscitation!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready to go!
I'd let you all down. Can't get out of this.
I can't
Is this it?
Resuscitation! Ready for it!
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get...
What? Good grief. Yeah!
Yes!
All right. I'm gonna do it. Just you. Watch, Alvin.
Watch what? You getting clothes?
No, not the clothes. I'm talking about asking the hottest lady in town out on a date. Well...
Huh?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Law. Sorry.
Oh?
Thanks.
Looks like you're done here, Alvin.
Yeah. That was too close. Hey.
Yes!
I guess.
Huh? Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Wow.
What?
How?
Really?
We did it.
Hey! Good grief.
Yes.
It couldn't have gotten far.
There's still Zoogle. on the loose. We'd better hurry.
Isn't that the bull? It's surrounded by Zeugles.
Hey now, no picking on Ab. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Dragon Swarm!
Time to
We
shine!
did it!
Dragon water! Going in! I'll take out the lake!
Yeah! I guess...
Yes!
Yeah?
Huh?
How?
Hey!
Really?
Hey! Ah! Huh? Good grief. Yeah.
Don't look now, but the animals have come to see you off.
Okay!
Oh!
Why, you...
Really now.
Just what's going on here?
Okay!
Here we go!
I'll do my best! Look sharp! Take this! Tiger Blade! No chance! Tiger Blade! Going in! Tiger Blade! Light up the dark! All right, let me at him! take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolitor! Flaming Meteor! Tiger Blade! On guard! Flaming Meteor! Tiger Blade! Take this! Tiger Blade! On guard! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! One more! Light up the dark! I'm ready to go! Tiger Blade! On guard!
What the? Excuse me!
Yes!
Seriously? I never knew Lagiel could be so intense.
She's not the only one.
Well... yeah. I don't think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books.
That can't be. No.
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Uh-huh.
Oh?
Why?
Whoa!
Watch it! Hey!
Oh?
Huh? No way.
Hey! Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get...
All right.
I guess. Hey.
Is that so? Good. I see.
We finally made it.
I should give that art a shot sometime tomorrow. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? You're looking pretty down.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just, well, there's something that's been eating away at me for a long, long time. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Of course not. I'm glad to listen.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I shouldn't go around casting magic. But there was one time I did, behind their backs. And when I did, Almeidrea showed up.
Huh?
I hated Almeidrea for destroying everything I loved. But what I hated most was myself. For breaking my promise to my parents. Even though I swore I'd get revenge, there was always this nagging part of me that wondered if I even had any right to do so.
Rinwell, it was Almeidrea who killed your family. Don't torment yourself over one mistake.
How can you say that when my mother and father died because of me?
This may not comfort you much, but I'll say it anyway. I have a feeling your parents always knew something like that might happen.
What do you mean?
There was always a chance that someday, someone was going to find you and your family. But even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. And there are two reasons I can think of for that. First, your talent. Second, they were hedging their bets.
Huh? On what?
On you, Rinwell. On how you turn out when you grew up. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but it would have been even more dangerous to live in hiding without being able to defend yourself. They knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you magic. And I think they did it because of how much they loved you.
Because my mother and father loved me.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't be putting words into your parents' mouths.
No, it's okay. I used to think I would have been better off if I never knew how to use magic. And if I'm really honest with myself, sometimes I still think that. But after traveling around with all of you guys, I've learned that there are things I can do with magic. That there's a point to it after all. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna try and accept it as part of who I am. I want to use it to protect my friends. To protect the future of Dana. Do you think that's selfish of me?
Not at all. I wouldn't want it any other way with you, Rinwell.
Night, everyone! Another day, another Gald.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Man, I'm famished.
Careful. That's no ordinary Zoogle. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Freezing storm!
Take this!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Denied! Going in!
Eat dirt. I
Inferno
never
crossing!
miss.
Strike!
I'm just getting started!
Sword Rain Alpha! Another dragon! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help.
Eat this! I owe you all in! That freaking does it!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And bubbling to me!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now we're not
Here's a healing.
Perfect move!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Here, let me help.
Hold now!
This one's mine!
Silent
No
instant.
further!
Sword
Rain Alpha!
Annihilation.
You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
You make me
Now
angry!
beat the crap
That
out
was
of
a bad
Remind me
idea!
to stay on your good side. Healing circle.
I can do this all. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Here, let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm gone!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shield
Flame
and fate!
inside me! You're Chisora! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Get it!
Yeah! Nice technique! Eat dirt!
Now I can let loose!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really
Turn
don't.
up!
Lunar blast.
Take this!
Hang foot.
I'm gone! Just
Take this!
Let's keep up the pressure!
Why'd you do that?
In an instant! Impact Claw! Sword Rain Alpha! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! It's over!
I'll heal you all.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Healing
Try
circle.
harder! Not a chance!
That is
I'm not...
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Sword Rain Alpha!
freaking does it!
Burn in hell! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through walls!
I'm gone!
I owe you one! Sword Rain Alpha!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
I've been doing really great lately.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Right.
Good. You don't say.
Right.
Agreed.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's... It's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
I wonder if something happened.
Why?
Oh! Yes. Well... Yes!
My thanks.
I can't say I'm impressed. You're making promises too freely. And that last exchange...
Niez is beset with grief. As a responsible Renin, it falls to me to extend my hand.
I don't think it should be your burden to take on.
Yeah.
I see. Good.
Well... Oh! Oh!
Good.
Yeah.
I see.
Really?
What? My thanks.
Hey!
Who?
Well... Those three seem to get along. So well. Was it really right for them to separate?
It was his choice, and he ultimately chose the lady over his friend. I can only hope this helps her in her recovery.
Huh?
Yes!
Huh?
Well...
So then, my thanks.
I still can't believe Deadime was caring for these owls. Maybe he really was a nice guy once.
People are not born immutable. They change, and not always for the better.
This time it was for the better, though.
Indeed.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah.
I guess. All right.
Yeah. Did anyone notice Beifan acting a little strange?
I guess he was. Maybe the anxiety's getting to him. Seriously? I guess.
What?
All right.
Huh?
You did it!
What is it?
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegis, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Right, here goes! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here you go.
Sword Rain
Whatever you do, just stay away from the core!
Take it! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now don't take my judgment!
Be let free!
Do it! Hurricane! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help?
I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane!
Eagle
Healing circle!
Talon Storm! Now I can let loose!
I'm gone!
And just like that, I'm back in.
Start by holding the front line.
With me.
No sooner said than done.
This one's mine! Flag!
Hurricane!
Make it ready! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Phew, what a rush.
Gotta break through!
It's go time! Now you see what I can do!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's the evil!
In a bind?
This one's gonna be tough!
Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Excited! I know fine weapon material when I see it. I won't
Flame
forgive
inside
you!
me, yours to be let free!
Here! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Freeze Lancer! Shield, I'm ready! Where are you going?
Now I'm
Denied!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegis?
Get lost!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega Ray! This one's mine!
Swallow Dance! Crush!
all fitted
It's
you
over.
here and
Look
now!
out.
I'm on! I can shatter any steel!
This one's all mine!
Thanks, Seal.
Be careful not to overdo it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Sword Rain
I'm
Alpha!
surrounded!
No further!
Make it real! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out! I don't need to hear that! It's gotta be man-made, right?
Were it so, it would not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine! Sword Rain Alpha! You're finished!
On guard! Don't mind if I do.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eagle armor won't save you!
We may get out of this alive after all.
You picked the wrong fight!
Will it be bad for a minute there?
I'm pretty sure we can handle anything.
None shall escape my judgment.
Talon Storm!
Denied! Make it rain!
Sword Rain
Very well!
Alpha!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Onward and upward.
Going in. That statue will annihilation. Now it's
You require a hand.
You got flyers.
I got this.
Take this.
Let a marksman handle it.
Take this. All yours. You picked the
Look
wrong
sharp.
fight. Sword Alpha. I'm on it.
None shall
I'll make it
escape.
right.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it.
Glacial Spear. Let the
Nice
marksman
technique.
handle this. Freeze Lancer.
I'm practically unstoppable. No backing down!
This one's mine.
Now you see what I can do!
Eat this. I never miss. Hear me. Your wings won't save you from me.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it.
Yeah. Nice technique.
Has the airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a
Look sharp.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. I found some equipment.
Let me take... This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel? If that's the case, then that would make Lenegus the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Hey, have you heard that voice again since we came in here?
Oh, so now you believe me?
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right, but it's not scary or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
If you think so, just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Easter.
Flaming meteor!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Here's a healing arc.
Switch to offense!
First aid. Hey, what's that even there?
I'm on a roll now!
You're mine. It's over.
Aw, suicide!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Here, let me help!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Can't get out of this!
To the fray.
Now you see what I can do!
Mega Ray.
Sword Rain Alpha. Not today.
Inferno Prophet!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Reload.
You see what happened there as you crossed?
You're mine.
Should've done that.
You escape.
Round and pound!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Igneous Blast! This one's mine!
Powered Hurricane.
Cyan Instant.
The earth throbs in pain.
Hurricane
Try
Strike!
harder. My turn.
Radiant Heal.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Radiant Round and pound!
Radiant
What's far enough? Take it right!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
I've been doing really great lately.
That's no ordinary enemy.
Looks like trouble with a capital
Glacial Spear.
Together
Here's
we've got
evil.
this.
Can't get out of this!
Sword Rain Alpha.
My whole body feels...
Careful, everyone. Look sharp. Lightning
Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Dragon Shell! Switch power!
Healing circle!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
Grind it!
Pound it!
Grill it!
The perfect burger.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Not on my watch. Hurricane Forward.
This one's mine! Dragon Shell!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go. Leave the enemy cards to me.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
No choice! Sword Rain Alpha!
Radiant Blade!
Here I come! This one's all mine! Eat this! Sword Rain Alpha! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Yeah!
Here's a
Nice
healing art.
technique!
First aid.
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
I'll do my best! Where are you? Right here! I got it!
Eat
Far
dirt.
enough!
Take this!
Swallow dance!
Mexi may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Not today! You got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman
Sword Rain
handle it.
Alpha! All yours!
Here goes.
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about
Tiger
that.
Blade!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Radiant Pierce.
Sword Rain Alpha! We've turned the tables on it!
There are 2 more left.
Right! No time to hold
Now
back!
you see what I can do.
You're finished! You picked the wrong fight! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well, looky here.
The design of this equipment is... really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
That's no ordinary enemy.
Brace
Here's a
yourself!
healing
This
art.
one's tough!
Thanks, Jill.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Get behind me! Round him on a roll now!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ridwell!
Frozen.
Hammer!
None shall escape my
Far enough! Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright...
And thus our... strength yet grows.
dispose of the trash.
Smashed to pieces!
Ignite!
Flaming meteor!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eat this!
Here's mine. I never fail. No body slam us into next week.
Meteor!
Strike!
No chance!
Will this help?
I'm on a roll now!
Sword Rain Alpha!
None shall
I
escape.
don't know what I'd do without you.
Piercing roar!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Eagle Fly! Black Bolt!
Now or never.
Flaming meteor!
This has got your name on him!
Just as well, I'm here to start.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this!
Eagle Dive! Healing
I'll
circle!
finish you here and now!
Let loose.
Glacial spear.
Sword Rain
Here's
Alpha!
evil.
Nothing gets denied! I'm on a roll now!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Ready and rare!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Smash the peak! Make it rain!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Living inside me yearns to be let
This
free!
one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Rip and tear!
Sword Rain
Healing.
Alpha!
I'm ready.
Shield and face!
Sword Rain Alpha! Okay, here I go.
Take this!
It's over!
Burning. Water. Hear my
Sword Rain
call.
Alpha!
Red. Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We can really make weapons with this?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Wait!
I'm on it! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
One more!
I'll smash you! Watch this!
I can handle it! Fair enough! You wanna play? Then come at me!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane Blast! Make it rain!
Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot!
Kill my judgment.
I'm gone!
Take this!
One more! We make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from. An opponent like this should be easy. Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Flying
Sword Rain Alpha! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said
Sword
than
Rain
done.
Alpha! My turn! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Pieces!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now I'm in the groove!
Radiant Pierce. I'm out of ammo. Back into the fray.
You made quick work of them!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
Glacial spear.
Inside
Here's
me
evil.
yearns to be let free!
Sword Rain. Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry. Bye.
Get behind me!
Can't get out of this!
Piercing healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
A freezing storm!
Ripping flare! Sword Rain Alpha! Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling to me.
This one's mine!
These fists have got your name on them.
Sword Rain Alpha! Not today!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Take this!
Do it! Going in!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Now I'm in the good. No complaints here.
Do it!
Astral energy.
Say no more. Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
I won't forgive you! Far enough!
Can't get out of this!
I'll watch it.
No matter what, nothing gets past my shield!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
How about this?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Mega Ray! Look sharp!
Take this!
Take this! I'll heal you all! Falling
I'm on a roll now.
Healing circle!
Not today!
Awesome. Here you go. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Cyan instant.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Into the shadows! Tiger Ray! Here you are!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Piercing roar!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Let the mark
All
handle
good
this!
things come to an end.
Hurricane Strike!
Sword Rain Alpha! This one's all mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Try harder! Not a chance!
I'm on a roll now.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Burn it out!
Talon Storm.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this.
I owe you one for that.
Why'd you do that?
This
To
one's
stop you
mine.
dying?
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malicia!
Demon's Descent. Flashing Fang. Watch this.
Aw, too shy to come out
Shattering
far
Armor.
enough.
Pieces. Attack time.
Look sharp!
Let's tear him up. I'm on a roll now.
Shield and make!
Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
We can really make weapons with this?
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
It seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Here it comes.
Stay sharp, everyone!
Is there no end to what the Renans can cook up?
I don't know if that's machine or what, but I do know it's pissing me off!
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
Any other wisdom you want to pass along?
Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
None shall escape my
No
judgment!
further! Sword Rain Alpha!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! I never miss!
Try harder!
Go!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
Dragon the flame inside me! You're just be let free!
Mega Ray!
We've turned the tables on him!
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
Ready to go!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ray! Annihilation!
Dragon Shell!
Mega Ray!
On guard!
Glimmer Dragon!
Eagle
Sword
Assault!
Rain Alpha!
Eagle Fly! It was nice while it lasted.
Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove. Take this!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tornado! Where are you going?
I'll finish you here and now!
It's freezing storm!
Eat dirt!
Dragon Shell!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glimmer Dragon! I'll heal you all!
Can't get out of this!
Talon Storm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Thanks, Shion. I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got
Here
enough
you
on our
go.
plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Sword Rain Alpha!
You've got pretty impressive aim there.
Thought of taking up the rifle yourself?
This is more my style.
This one's
I'll
mine!
finish you here and now!
Eagle,
Skip a heartbeat! Look sharp!
Take this! Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha! You may be strong, but I'll never... An astral art?
That's my cue.
None shall escape
Shut 'em
my
down.
judgment!
I owe you one.
Not on my watch!
Ready and
I'll
ready!
heal you all!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
Healing circle!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Going in!
I wish I could throw like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Alphin?
Yes, Master. Please, teach me
Water,
the
you
art.
hear my call?
You are Grandmaster Kazar!
Isn't quite there yet.
I like your attitude. I'm right with you, Captain. Here's the evil.
You made short work of that one.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up?
Go on right behind.
Lunar corruption!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Gemini Aqua!
Dark Wind!
Annihilation!
How about
Mega Ray!
It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready and do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Is it over?
What the hell is going on?
Rimwell! It's too dangerous! Stay back!
okay? Are you crying?
I'm not the only one.
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
As did I. I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice?
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balseph back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master Cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside Master Cores and spirit vessels that prevent such reactions.
That fire monster. I remember how it only appeared after Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went? All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Rinwell?
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
Are we gonna have to take this winding path all the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really? Well then.
Actually, I've heard it's easier to develop muscle aches.
Everything all right? You kinda looked like you wanted to get something off your chest.
Huh? Oh,
Or not, you know, whatever.
Yeah. You know...
Yeah?
Sorry, never mind. Just forget it.
You wanna try being a little less cryptic, maybe? All right, jeez. Sorry for taking an interest.
Stop it! It's okay, Hootle! Sorry. I guess I still don't really know how to put it into words.
Nah, that's fine. No rush. It might help you to talk about it, though.
I'll keep that in mind. And thanks.
Gotta break through!
Here it goes!
Carve through all!
Switch flame! Reload!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Meteor!
Earthing Knuckle! Watch the
Falling
unleash!
Stormy! Flame of
Sword Rain
Fury!
Alpha!
Water!
Hear my
Fire!
call! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hurricane
Still!
You picked the wrong fight!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help.
Falling Storm! Let's tear him up! Not done! Now
Charging them!
that's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Sword Rain Alpha! Oh!
Now I'm real mad!
Let the marksman handle this! Tiger Blade! Anything in armor is all mine! Will this help?
Sovereign Alpha! I'll smash you!
On guard! Take healing circle!
Glacial Spear!
Here's Evo! Take Bolero! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here's a healing
Sovereign Alpha!
First aid!
Talon
It's nice while it lasted.
You're mine! It's the
Mega Ray!
flame inside me!
That's for
You're
annihilation!
let free!
Will this help?
You're mine! Do it! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
This one's mine!
Burn!
Infernal
Can't get out of this!
Watch this!
Now I can let loose!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. Do better.
Freezing storm!
It's over! Talon Hurricane! Sovereign Alpha!
Armor won't save
Watch
Tiger
this!
Blade!
Try harder! Not again!
By the power of
No
water!
escape!
Mega
Sovereign
Ray!
Alpha!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Lightning meteor!
Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Haha! Am I... on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Let the marksman handle this. Where are you going?
Get behind me!
Eat dirt!
Ribbon care! By the power of
You're
water!
mine!
Unguard!
Sovereign Alpha! You're finished!
You hear it now!
Sovereign Alpha!
Here's Evo!
Eagle of Judgment Spin!
Freeze Lancer!
Sovereign Alpha!
Prepare to be
sealed. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more
Can't
doing.
get out of this! This one's all
Mega
mine!
Ray!
Ignite!
You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands.
In an instant! Impact block!
Dragon
Smash you!
Igneous
Sovereign Alpha!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Ah, guess I misread the landing.
Glacial Spear! Here's Evo! Freeze Lancer!
Sovereign Alpha!
Hear me! This one's mine!
I'm in trouble!
If there was one, we would have called it.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Do it! No place!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
The flame inside is yours to be let
So
free!
much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Sovereign
That'd be
Alpha!
silly.
I'll heal you all.
Disarm! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Well, looky here.
Seriously?
Let me help.
Is this a joke?
Sovereign Alpha!
Look Summer won't save you!
Searing
Sovereign
Flame!
Alpha!
Reload!
Try harder! Now! Here I come!
I'll heal you all.
Sovereign Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art. First
I
aid.
owe you one.
Far enough!
This one's all mine!
Mega Ray. I'm all stocked up.
Eat this!
Mega Ray.
Look sharp!
Here's a
Sovereign
healing art.
Alpha!
I'm just getting
First
started!
aid to Hoffman.
Now I'm in the groove! Flaming meteor!
Lunar
That
Blast.
freaking does it!
Lunar Blast.
Watch it!
I'll
The
heal
earth
you all.
throbs in pain.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Sovereign Alpha!
In a bind?
Healing Style.
I owe you one.
Here!
ground keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Glacial Spear. Here's Evil.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready and rare! Armor won't save now!
Healing Circle.
Ignite!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Annihilate. Where are you going?
Whirlwind snap!
Do it, Ringwell. Frozen.
Hammer!
Will this help?
First strike! Here goes! Denied!
Healing Circle.
Eagle
Appreciate the help.
Whirlwind snap!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Try harder!
Spear.
Now!
Here's Evil.
Here I come!
Dazzling spin!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Queensland Tiger Blade. Hang Spike.
Try harder!
Gemini.
Annihilate! Attack! Make it red!
Astral Energy.
Say no more! We won.
Throbs in pain.
Burn in hell!
Hang Flame. Relocated. Going
In a
in.
bind!
Sword Rain Alpha! Do it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah. Nice technique.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
No choice!
Hurricane
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Let loose!
Glimmer Dragon!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eagle!
The enemy
feels
us
too.
You'll soon see about that. Will this help? This one's mine.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over!
Do it.
Don't say anything.
In an instant! Impact blow!
Well, looky here.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
Guess I misread the landing. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Looks like trouble with a capital
Sword Rain
T!
Alpha! Together, we've got this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it rain!
Astral Energy.
Say no more! Come and face me!
This one's mine. I'm on a roll now. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
I've been doing really great lately. It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renin who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia, so chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah. As long as Lenegis stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch a boat and get back to the mainland. Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell. I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave. But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
I think it's safe to rest here now. All right, something is definitely up with Shion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do?
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up. This is your hometown.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm...
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Dahnan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. But there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way. All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking.
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cyslodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Poodle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention. We should be able to cook here.
Who wants to bet it's sunny tomorrow?
And where exactly do you think the money for this bet is going to come from?
Tengald says it rains.
Dohalim!
Mind if I join you, Law? Hey, Law, about what you said before.
When?
You were telling me how there were things you wished you could have asked your dad. If you want, you can always come to me with your questions.
What brought this on all of a sudden? Don't I already lean on you enough as it is?
Still, there's plenty you would want to ask him if he was still alive, right?
I mean, yeah, but I think you'll have a hard time answering any of them, if I'm being honest.
How come?
I mean, the stuff I want to ask him about is, like, how he met my mom and how he won her over. Stuff like that. Anyway, not really something you can help with, right?
You're right. Sorry, Law. I can't even begin to imagine how to help with that.
You're telling me. I just wish there was someone experienced I could ask about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was definitely that.
Let's make sure to kick ass tomorrow, too.
I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
It's quite hot here. The climate...
I won't forgive you!
Here.
A comfortable win. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast.
Gone! Sword Lane Alpha! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Not in your dreams. Mega Ray! It's a duel of the arts.
No escape!
Do it!
Go ahead! Hey! Blow them away!
Let's give it a
The
whirl.
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you, truly.
Sword Lane Alpha!
I'm on Hurricane Florida.
in the groove!
Freeze Lancer. Do it.
I wish I could throw like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young Elton?
Just messing.
Wait, look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Out of our way!
Sword Lane Alpha!
In a bind?
Hold on to your eye. I never Here miss. I come.
Are those rocks in skin?
Eat this!
Hurricane Flame!
No armor can stop me!
Glacial
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Not on my watch! Freeze Lancer!
They come on a roll now!
Darkwind Spin!
Eagle Dive!
That's like you!
Shut him down.
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Dark Wind! Sword Lane Alpha!
Do it! Let it keep up the pressure!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Death Blossom!
Lightning! Going in!
Sword Lane Alpha!
I never miss!
Its defenses are down.
I'll beat it to dust!
Hurricane Flame!
Sword Lane Alpha!
One rail! Switch your dreams!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Do it!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Huh. You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Get lost!
You picked the wrong fight!
You! Shattering up! Pieces! Attack time!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Cyan instant!
Now you see. If it cools up, time to get out of the way.
Glacial
You
Spear.
want me?
Here's evil.
Come get me.
Freeze Lancer!
Off my phone.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hold on to your heart. Here I come! Radiant Spear!
Sword Rain Alpha! In an instant! Impact Block!
There!
One more. This one's mine.
River Dragon!
Sword Rain
Gemini
Alpha!
Aqua!
Shield and mace.
Annihilation! Radiant Punch! Back into the... This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move! It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Never miss!
Sword Rain Alpha! Not today!
This one's mine! Do it!
Looks on a
Go
roll
lead.
now.
Light Burst 4!
Radiant Genesis! Here, let me help.
First strike!
First aid!
Fine, denied. Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner... This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Get lost! Magna Ray!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Can't get out of this. Take cover when it calls out.
This one right now!
Like me again.
They got fire!
Let us have you have your uses.
All yours!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lunar
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it!
Don't leave! Blow them away!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky. My face is starting to sting. My throat feels super parched.
here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Flame of Fury!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Water!
You're mine!
Here's a healing arm! On guard! First aid!
Alright. Now where was I? On guard.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take dirt! Where are you going?
Blow away! Here I come! Burn!
Do it.
Ridwell! Frozen?
Hammer.
That's what I like to hear.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Like moths to the flame. Eat this.
Healing
Take
circle!
this.
Going in! Glacial
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Freeze Lancer!
What's this?
The enemy wields on two.
You'll soon see about that!
Split it open.
Be my guest!
You see what happened there is a stop its charge. Should have
Thanks,
done that.
Kitara!
It's on! Burn in hell!
Gemini Aqua! Eagle Assault!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Indomitable!
Talon Hurricane.
Dazzling Take!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Water! Hear my call!
On guard. I'll tear you apart.
Burning Strut!
I'm
practically unstoppable.
Get lost!
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
Armor won't save you!
Going in! Radiant, not on my watch!
He's dead!
Inferno!
Bigger they are, they fall. Make it rain!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Freezing
I got
storm!
Not today!
I'm done.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Eagle fly!
Water, hear my call!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that? Let me
That
help!
training's paying off!
First aid!
Okay, here I go! Sword Rain Alpha!
Looks like we got them all.
Hey,
New equipment!
Guess I misread the landing.
Gotta break through! Sword Rain Alpha!
Save you! Shattering us!
This is mine!
Instant! Here goes!
Shield
Where are
and
you
face!
going? They're high as thick as armor!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it!
Let's do!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Sword
Rain Alpha!
None shall escape my judgment!
Dragon! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here now!
Talon Hurricane!
Oh, now this! Make it rain! Hit a word!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Well, looky here! It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Get behind me!
Healing circle!
Try harder! Now! Sword Rain
I'm
Alpha!
sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, roll now!
This one's all mine! Sword Rain Alpha! Now,
Make it rain!
Astral energy!
say no more!
Water, hear my call!
Sword Rain Alpha! Not
I think
today!
the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want
Flame
them.
of fury!
Don't tip your hand, though.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Burning strike! Glacial spear, pierce evil!
Take it! I'll tear you apart!
Tiger blade!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Inferno, here it is! This one is mine!
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Will this help?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
Let the marksman handle this!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Inferno, hold on to your arc! Here I come!
I'm on a roll now!
Eat this!
Down! You're all rip and tear! Not repeat! Aim for the weak point!
Sword Rain
Glacial
Alpha!
spear, pierce evil!
This one's
You're
mine!
mine!
Freeze laser!
You're finished! Take this! Sword Rain
My head is spinning.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in.
Oh, now I'm real mad. All good things come to an end.
Dragon Swarm!
Art expert coming through!
Dragon Shell!
Thank goodness we won.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes. Focus.
On your toes, everyone.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it. I'll heal you. Where are you going?
I'll smash you!
Look sharp.
Eat this!
Now
Here's a
you're
healing arc.
I'll finish you
Sword Rain
here
Alpha!
now!
First aid.
Shield and mace. Their arcs were erupted.
Inferno
Sword Rain Alpha!
Look sharp.
Eat this!
Here I come!
Anything
No
normal.
further! Sword Rain
Let's
Alpha!
keep up the pressure. That's it. Come on a roll now.
Now! Bullet
you!
freely!
Take it
Sword
down.
Rain Alpha!
You're
finished!
Come on a roll
Sword Rain
now.
Alpha!
Mega Ray.
I'll stop it the car.
Thanks, Kisara.
Out of ammo. Take this.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Right here. I got
Eat this!
glacial fire.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Inferno power.
Do it.
Roll now.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
First
First aid. Here's a flame of fury.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Water. Hear my call.
Save you! Oh, now I'm real mad!
Spread. Hear me. Flame of
Flame in meteor.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready to go.
Here I come! Fluid!
How about this? What's this? Inferno.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Take this!
This one's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Just
My head's spinning just watching you.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Water.
It's over.
Hear my call.
The
Switch
flame
to
inside me yearns to be let free! Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
Make it rain.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
An Astro Blast!
That's my cue.
Shut him down! In an instant! Impact Block!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil. Freeze Lancer.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Water. Hear my call. Glacial Spear. Pierce evil. Freezing Storm. Arnexter coming through.
I'm nearly done for.
I warn you. This one. Will this help?
Evil Fly! Handle it!
Healing Tiger Blade.
Lion! Denied!
Do it. Let the marksman handle this. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Burn in hell!
Take this! All good things come to an end. Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem. This one's mine.
Take this! Now I'm in the
Confiscate.
groove!
Arc Steel.
Now you see what I can do!
Here's a healing arc.
Inferno!
First
I
aid.
don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Here, let me help. First aid.
I owe you one.
Not on my watch. Arnexter.
Your orb!
Freezing Storm.
Armor won't save you! Lunar Arc! Rolling snap! Ready to go!
Here's a healing
Go,
arc. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
Sword Rain
Denied!
Alpha!
Back into the fray! Slash assault!
Don't mind if I do. Ready.
Flaming meteor!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
Let me
That
help.
training's paying off! Flame inside me yearns to be let
Flaming
free!
meteor! By the
Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Okay, here I go.
Eat dirt.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Open.
Watch and learn. That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Hey, is that it over there?
I always loved it. Sound of hammers banging away.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Xion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off? On her own? Xion. Xion!
It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shionne, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
they will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much. When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shionne!
Alphen?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alphen.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen! We can fight this! We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shionne, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No. You won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in, then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the Blazing Sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renins, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance.
What do you know? Another big fire monster with nothing better to do than get in our way!
I wonder where the rest of those lights ended up landing. It looked like they were pretty scattered.
Well, whatever they're after, let's just hope none of them are anywhere near a city. An ambush on civilians is the last thing we need.
Well, no rest for the wicked, right? Though with 1 down and 3 to go, it sounds like our headache is just beginning.
I thought you liked the opportunity to flex your muscles.
Against those things? It's not like I have a death wish. Besides, we've already got our hands full saving the world. Dying stupidly won't be much help to the cause.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue with that logic. Sorry.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hey, Alphen?
What's up, Law?
You ever find yourself just wanting to give Rinwell a pat on the back?
Law?
Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, she may be sassy, but she's also trying really hard, you know? And sometimes, when I see how hard she's working, I just want to walk up and encourage her. Is that weird?
No, I can see why you might feel that way. After all, she is kind of like a little sister to everyone at this point.
Right, exactly! But I'm worried if I do it the wrong way, she'll blast me with her magic. Or if not her magic, she'll sick Hootle on me to peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do if she's not feeling up for it. In fact, you're not the only one struggling to close that gap.
Huh? Has Hootle attacked you too?
No, I just mean because of her thorns.
Thorns? I don't remember Rinwell having any magic like that. That sounds more like Shion than... Huh?
Anyway, Hootle's probably just worried that you're going to take Rinwell away from him. He's pretty protective, after all. Maybe your first step should be to make friends with him and go from there.
Right. That's a good idea, Alphen. I'll be sure to give that a try.
Thank goodness for Law's thick skull.
See you guys tomorrow. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that! You're going to jinx us!
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but... well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have 2 goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, All the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Dahnans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You...
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though. You too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
We'll be going to Lenegis soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegis like back then? You know, before you came to Dahna.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it, the true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Dahnan victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
Hey, Alphen, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alphen, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just wrong, okay?
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect when we get down there?
Kisara has a point. Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lenegis.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renin ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this Red Woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
I would wager so. Lenegis is too deeply involved in all this to discard the possibility. Chances are she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Pelegion.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back at all costs.
That Red Woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourselves.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them. There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
Do you think anyone realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this Red Woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a Sovereign in our midst. In any case, Changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more, then the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time, possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Shionne's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renins. The capital city where Shionne and Dohalim used to live, no less.
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many Renins actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.